Alright, let's let this fuckery begin. It has begun!
And with that, welcome everyone to game 5th edition D&D with UAG. I'm Alex Newton. I'll be running this kind of haphazard game for today. High risk, high reward, some would say. So let's introduce everyone, and then I'll explain the situation that's happening in Illumina today. And we'll start with Chapo and work our way to our right.
Alright, so I'm Chapo. I got Red Jack. He smashes shit. That's it.
You're having a rough day, buddy. Javier?
Hello everyone, I'm Javier and I will be playing Jasker Jenkins. So, after having spent most of his time trying to build his, trading network, he has decided it's time to go back to, trying to help the city out and hopefully gain back the fame he rightfully deserves, or so he thinks.
All right. Chris?
Yeah, I'm Christopher, and I'm gonna play Mr. in the Morning, who is a Tabaxi Barbarian Road fast motherfucker who is kind of lawful. Yeah.
Okay. Sandra?
Hi, my name's Sandra. I'm going to be playing Remus. He is a high elf, level 11 champion finder, and a monster slayer ranger level 3. And he just got his bow upgraded, and he's basically just chilling in the city and trying to prepare his wedding. And that's my puppies in the background. I'm really sorry, so I can't turn that off. So. And he's a little bit dumb but good-hearted, so that's it.
All right. Throak.
I'm Brendan. I'll be playing Throak the Vexatious. Busy couple days, and is ready to go.
And Will.
Yeah, my name is Will. I'm apparently the starter of fuckery. And I'll be playing Machiavelli Portofino. He is a rogue mystic, classed as a great Jedi. And fuckery, let's go.
So after what I believe the last game was, defeating a lot of trolls, you guys...
Yes.
While you guys were away defeating the trolls, another force was moving in from the side, from the other side to the north. And while you guys were away, the city of Illumina tried to kind of contest it, and it didn't turn out very well for them, as they haven't lost any soldiers, but they have a lot of casualties and a lot of wounded people. Upon your return, you hear that the Mercenaries Guild has also gone out there and has been defeated as well. And although when they went out there, they did from what the scouts say from Illumina, they say that some of the damage that they did seemed to hurt them, but not by much, and they still ended up getting defeated. What they do know is that one of them, who has 3 heads, they all look like manticores. And of course, without actually getting too close to them, you can't really make them out from here. But the one, obviously, even by using spy glasses or divination, you can tell has 3 heads, and it walks around and seems to be giving the other ones orders. They have apparently claimed Illumina as their own, However, they have not made an attempt to breach the walls. However, they have effectively sieged Illumina, as they have stopped everything from getting too close to it. Traders have either been completely destroyed by taking the risk and have been killed off, or they were smart enough to run away before they got ransacked. Farmers have been having a difficult time maintaining their crops, and they've been forced to stay inside their homes. The only demand that has been made by the creature is that the owners of a peculiar sword need to step forward and make themselves known.
Are we just getting back in from the troll thing, or we've had like a day or something?
They're basically a set. Illumina hasn't hired you yet, though. When you return, they are making this. They are obviously discussing with Pincus about the demands that are going on, and
Mhm.
Pincus will inform you the morning after about all this information. So it's telling you that these monstrosities are claiming Illumina as if they own it. However, they haven't made any attempts to break into the place. So either they don't want to come inside and, well, this is his thinking, is that they either don't want to come inside and think that they're of course sieging the place, so they have to do something eventually, and they know that, so they can afford to wait outside until their demands are met, or they're just waiting to take over. Either way, it needs to be stopped pretty soon.
Right.
It's only been about 3 days.
Okay, so and they're not parlaying at all. They're just all about give over the shit or
They won't talk to anyone else. Messengers have been sent out, and they've been brutally beaten.
all right. So I guess when I come in, I guess I'll talk to Pingus. I'll tell him it's all right. I'll take care of it. I guess we'll have to start getting everybody together. I guess do a general call for everybody that needs, or general call for everybody that we can muster, I guess. So I don't know if you want to do that or if you want to just kind of fast forward it and we have everybody in the guild hall or whatnot.
Well, since Pincus is assuming he's getting the most capable people that are here right now.
Mm.
He's even summoned Throak off the project of the airship to come and assist.
Okay.
And of course, since many of you probably went troll hunting, he would have found you coming back in here after the mission. So.
Right. Well, I guess I would have already dropped the sword off to Harwick. I do have permission to get it again if you need it.
Okay.
Since I'm talking to him now. So I guess I'll just start seeing who's here.
Okay.
Asking.
You're all gathered already. I would say Haskier is there only because Jaskier is only there because his business, like his regular routes, have pretty much been blocked off, and he came in to see what was going on. Like, why is everything stopped? Why can't he get his merchants around?
Okay. I guess I'll give everybody a brief if they don't know what's going on. So we have a group of manticores, or they're believed to be manticores outside the city, stopping all trade and traffic coming in. They're asking for the wielder. Huh?
It's a pretty fucking large group.
Okay. Approximately how many?
You would probably say that there's at least 70 around the city.
How many?
70.
70 manticores around
Yeah,
the city?
they're all around the city. They fly in groups. And they say
Okay.
that there's a special set of manticores that she keeps with her.
The 3-headed one.
Yeah. They roam around and they attack anything that moves.
Okay.
Although in some cases it's been positive, as they have been just annihilating goblins and orcs by just flying around and shooting them with their spikes. Other
Right.
times, though, it's obviously taking out merchants, harming farmers.
Since I got called off the airship, can I spend some time in the library trying to research manticores and the different iterations of them?
Manticore don't usually have that many variations. Of course, they are easily modifiable. With the recent notes that Adrin had picked up from Domia, they are very easily manipulate. They're very easy to manipulate and train, and mutate through magical means. Since they have a lot of magical inheritance to them, though it's never fully realized because technically they're just dumb. They're not smart enough to utilize any of their magical potential. One of these creatures actually exists in Adrin's sanctum, but he doesn't tell you where it is. But from the notes, you can tell that they are capable of enhanced telepathy, magical enhancements, improved flight speed. They can gain tougher hides. They're pretty versatile, but they have to be bred into it. So it's not something that you can just put into them and it works. They have to be exposed to it for a long period of time, inherit it somewhat, and then they have to give birth to an heir.
Okay.
Okay. Well, so this main manticore is the one that's asking for a sword?
She's the creature looks like a manticore, but unlike the rest of them, she doesn't have a tail spike or a tail. Like, she has a tail, but it's not like, it doesn't have any what looks like any weaponry on it. And she has 3 heads, but they all look like human faces. As well as her wings appear soft and leathery, while the manticores are bat-like.
So, if we had to guess what she had parts of,
she just looks like a large lion with 3 heads of the humans, and they're not sitting in a cluster, they're all standing on top of each other.
are they in a row, or are they just kind of clustered?
In a row, so on top of each other in a column.
Are manticores considered beasts?
No,
Oh.
they're considered monstrosities,
Okay.
which again furthers their ability for magical inheritance.
Well, I guess the first thing, since we got everybody here, is to go recon, find out what we can.
And why are they here? Like, they want the sword? Is that what it is?
Well, they want
They-
the city, but they've said they wanted the sword so far.
Yes, they've asked for the people who own the sword.
So we should probably go and talk to them.
Yeah, I was thinking, Thorak, do you have a way of getting us there and back pretty quickly?
A couple different ways, yeah. Teleportation circle would probably take too long.
You have a thing that would just kind of go off?
think I have.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going through it now.
Bless you.
Okay.
How far is that away?
It's only a couple hours away.
Yeah, and I'll have
Again, they're sieging. They're not too far away.
Yeah, we can just take the horses and go
Yeah.
there.
I'll have to travel to because you would.
What'd you say?
So
After travel speed because I'm go with them. Because I have the Tony Spirit thing. All speed is half and I'm here.
Yeah, I think your mic is slowly dying there. It's hard to make out anything you're saying.
I'm saying travel speed is half when I'm near.
Okay.
Because of Tony speed.
Okay.
What are you saying, Ruth? Thorak?
okay, so what I can do is it'll cost me a little money, and it's going to cost me my 6th level slot for the day. But I can I can set up a contingency that will allow me to create Liamon's tiny hut to protect us all, and then cast teleportation circle to get us back. But I'll have to cast that today, and I won't have another 6th level spell until tomorrow.
Okay.
So if we want to do this today, and 50 gold, 50 gold worth of sure I can get reimbursed for that. That's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's not
Um,
worth talking about, really.
Well,
Yeah,
50 gold
basically,
is enough.
I'll just say
It's
this,
Right,
that
right.
Captain Laria has this huge wagon outside full of spell components that the city is going to give you. Like, this is pretty
Excellent.
fucking important that this not be a thing.
Okay, so as long as we're willing to not fight it today, commit to not fighting it today, I can protect us, but everyone's going to have to stay really close to me, because as soon as I set Liamon's tiny hut off, no one's going to be able to get into the teleportation circle. So everyone has to stay within 10 feet of me. So we can do this, we just have to be really coordinated about it and stay really, really close.
Okay.
But, the nice thing about Liamon's hut is we can't be hurt inside of it. And I can counter anything that's trying to destroy it.
Can that be dispelled? Or counterspelled, for that matter?
Right, but I can counter it back, and I'm better at counter spelling than they are.
Okay.
Significantly better at counter spelling than they are.
Okay. I has no problem with that.
Well, here's an option. How much can you buff up? How much can you make it so they can't hit me?
I can make it so they can't see you.
No.
I can make you invisible, or I can do greater invisibility. Invisibility will last for an hour. Greater will last for a minute. But with greater, you can attack and everything with it.
I don't care if they see me. I just care if they hit me, or you heal me, because I can take them down more than likely, as long as you can keep me alive, keep them off of hitting me as much as possible. Possibly, maybe even be able to fly, and maybe even move a little bit faster. You could do that from the hut.
Not through it. So the problem with the hut is that it basically makes a perfect shelter that can't be damaged, can't be broken. The only thing they can do is dispel it, and I can counter their, if that's a word. The only issue is that it locks me down in the hut. I can't do anything other than,
Stay in the hut.
stay in the hut, keep the hut up, and I can haste a couple people, or I can make folks fly, but I can't cast anything through the hut. And so it makes a safe haven that we can't be damaged out of. So you can go hide in there, rest, heal, whatever, and then go back out and continue fighting. And it lasts for 8 hours, which is nice also.
Well, that's not bad.
But again, it locks me down that I can't do anything but create this safe zone.
That's okay, because if you and somebody else that can heal can stay in the hut, and I go out, kill what I can kill, make it back in. I mean, eventually we gotta get through 70 of them. Maybe.
And
Anyway,
I can
we still
recast
gotta
it for free.
Okay.
So I mean, it's a ritual cast, so it'll it takes a while to cast, but
Okay.
All right. So it seems like you have, hate to say it, contingency to get out.
Yeah.
well, and to put it into place, I would actually have to use a contingency because it's a 1 minute cast time, and so I would basically have to stand there casting the spell for a minute. I couldn't do anything anyway, so I would have to use a contingency to cast the spell, and then I could get us out of there with a teleportation circle.
I think contingency
If you want to do that.
triggers whenever the trigger you set is activated.
Right, but I can make it. I can set it so that it activates when I blow a raspberry and I cross my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, blow a raspberry. Okay. I think we can hold off for a day and then maybe do that. At least that'll give us a way back. And worst thing worse, then we can take a few of them with us. And you can get back to the city, and I'll just, if you can't get me out of there, then just get back to the city and then bring everybody back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I have my own ways of fucking ditching them. But the biggest thing is to get a hold of, to talk to whatever it is, the main one out there, and then if I have to, get to it, kill it, and then just start taking the rest of them out.
Are we taking the sword with us?
Yeah, I'm taking the sword with me.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna summon it until the last minute. Actually, no, I need to bring it with me. Yeah, man. I'll have it with me the whole time that Thorwak needs me around it. So he can cast all this whatever he needs to while the sword is in place where it's at, and then when we leave, go from there with it.
All right. So you wait a day?
I'm
So
thinking
yeah, I'm gonna wait a day. I'll prepare and cast contingency and for Liamon's tiny hut, so that I'll be able to do that basically as a free action. And that ought to set us up for
I have a question.
that'll.
Sure.
Why are we not just writing to them?
I'm trying to get to the main one first.
And why are we not writing to the main one?
Because I want to get caught
I think we're
in
trying
the open with 70 of them trying to fucking bum rush us.
They're not all in the same place. They're all
Yeah.
around the.
But I mean,
I
if
understand
we wait a day for like the magic to happen and all that kind of stuff, doesn't that mean that more people will die because they're actually getting hostile towards like farmers and shit? So wouldn't that be? Are we not like on a timer here?
I would say, yeah.
Well, a day makes a difference for a whole lot of people that die.
Yeah, they have killed some people in 3 days. Right?
Yeah, but
For
there will
the
be more if we
Moonwolf
wait a day.
can always do patrols.
I don't know if we're talking about the same thing here.
No, I understand what you're saying. Waiting another day means that possibly other people can die.
From the Manticores, not the trolls. I don't know anything about the trolls. I wasn't there. I just
The trolls are gone. It's
right.
Bandicores is what you're talking about. Which
Yeah,
is,
exactly.
but you can always jump on a horse and run patrols around with some other people and kill Manticores that you see that are close by.
I don't know.
Well, it's the same-
I
it's
think
the same
we
option.
should take horses and just go and like talk to them like ASAP, and maybe like put them on a hold and make like I think they're you said they were dumb, but like they have a leader, and usually like a leader controls the pack. So if the leader says stand down for like negotiations or whatever, they will. So they will not kill.
Right. But what I'm trying to do is make sure that we can get back to the city and get reinforcements. Because I'd rather fight them from the walls of the city than out there in the open. Out there in the open, she can call more of them in. I don't know necessarily she'll call all 70 in, but I would rather fight 2 or 3 within the city block that we can protect the people and everything else. Because let's face it, with that many of them, they can all swoop in and just start killing people either way.
And they'll have a huge tactical advantage of altitude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They just throw spikes at people and just kill them. You know what I mean? Or out there, they can just, fly around us in a huge ass group and just spike us to death. You know what I mean? And the only thing we have to do is fucking cast a Lehman's Hut and then teleport back to the city, which is basically the same thing that we're trying to do right now. I'm just trying to give us an advantage. They're not going to attack until the people with the sword show up. So, you know what I mean? Trying to give us more of an advantage as much as possible before we go out there.
I don't know if anybody's even considered this yet, but perhaps they're the ones that need help, and this is the only way that they think they're going to be able to force us to help them. So they may not even be here to attack. Now, destroying the traders and the merchants and whatnot, yeah, that's in and of itself an evil act. But, what mother wouldn't murder people to rescue her child type thing? I don't know.
Okay. I still want to give us a way of getting back.
Oh, I'm not arguing with that. That's a very good idea to have a contingency in case they are actually there to try to acquire the sword by force or whatever. So that's a good idea, and I'm all for it. Because I really don't need 20 spikes up my ass in the middle of the, day.
And that's basically what I'm trying to get to is I want to come back with as many of you as I can, and with you, all of you, with the least amount of spikes in your body. You know what I mean?
And that's much appreciated. Let me tell you.
And the same thing for Remus. I know you can shoot them from afar, but if they get close, you're only going to be able to fight them off so much.
Stabby, stab.
Yeah. Well, that's where I come in, and then Mist, and then whoever else is, tankish.
Yeah, I really hope like waiting for a day is not gonna make things worse. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really bad at this kind of thing, so.
That's why I'm explaining it to you.
I don't think it's a good idea to take them to the town because there's a bit of chance people to get hurt.
They're going to enter the town. If we get in a fight with them, they're going to enter the town regardless. More than likely. Because they're beasts, they're going to fucking do what they do. They're going to shoot into town and try and kill people. Now, if we can get to the leader, talk to them, figure out what the fuck's going on, maybe parlay with them, maybe they want something, like Max said. Maybe they just want some help. Or maybe they just want the sword to be able to use it for themselves. Then either way, we're going to find out, right?
But
Tactical advantage is what I'm trying to give us. Besides just going out there, saying, "Hey, what do you want? Oh, you want this? Well, we have no way to get out. Let's get back on our horse and ride 2 hours with them fucking spiking us to death."
you don't need to ride 1 hour.
Well, you don't need to because you can fucking zip off and leave us there.
I would have an hour to help you to travel up.
I hope so. I don't know. Hey, everybody can put it to a vote. What you want to do?
Well, I want to have the trade routes open as soon as possible. This is costing me thousands of gold every damn day.
Right. Well, it hurt your purse, Jasker.
Not only my purse, but it's going to be difficult to replace all that manpower I'm losing. None of them were real skilled merchants. I mean, obviously not as much as me, but hey, you don't find talented people like hanging around at every corner just waiting to work for you.
So am I the
Well-
only one that's considering writing there?
Yes.
No, I'm with you.
For today, yeah.
I'm also today. And I think Shasta is also today, right?
I would prefer it to be as quickly as possible, yeah. So I also don't want to, well, I would like also to minimize risk for my own person, so I'm quite undecided on this one.
All right. So what are you guys doing? You're resting for the day and then heading out.
I don't know what they're doing. I know what Revjack's going to do. Revjack's going to wait and allow Thorwak to get his 6th level slot back and do the contingency or whatever he's going to do. And then in the morning, I'll head the fuck out there. And everybody else that wants to go, you're more than welcome to. I'm not going to stop you. If you get caught outside the city and I can reach you, I'll come out to aid you. I hope you don't. He's making that tactical advantage, with what he's got. So everybody else can make their own decision. That's Revjack's decision.
Well, I am not currently one of the owners of the sword, so it does me no good to go out there by myself because it's obvious they're not talking to anybody but the owners of the sword. And as Revjack apparently is one of the, or is the owners of the sword, I'll go when he goes. Otherwise, I might as well go back to the floating city.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't do us any good, like separating like our best forces against like 70 manticores. That's stupid. Like even I'm not as retarded as to do this on my own. So there's a risk that people will die. But if you think that's a better option, I'm not for it. But my alternative is not better, and it's not going to help anyone in a better way. So that leaves me without no option. I guess I'll stay.
I also say, but I'm gonna go to Tinder to say I want to stay because Revjack don't want to go now, and I will not have any innocent life on my shoulders, and I don't tell the city that thing.
I feel you, bro.
Okay. So the unified decision is that you're all staying.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm not go out at all. Also,
Okay. So you guys wait a day, and the manticores do, in fact, punish the city for making them wait. And they don't attack again. They don't attack the wall or attack the city. However, they do start going around the outlying farming areas and start smashing them to pieces. And they don't attack anyone outright. They do hit a couple you do get reports that from families who are forced to move into Illumina that some people have been injured on the run here. But as far as you know, there's no deaths. You just know that some people have been injured on the way out. So there are casualties. There's no deaths yet.
Okay.
It's next day.
All right. Whenever you're ready, throw it.
All right. Let's ride.
Okay.
Hi there.
That's not exactly riding music, but it works in a pinch.
So, you guys are lent horses?
I figured I'd grab them from the UAG.
They're the military, the watch will lend you horses
Okay, that's fine.
since this is a city issue.
That's a good idea. That the horses might not make it, and I mean, let's not worry about
That's
our
fine.
horses.
Okay.
So, you guys are given watch horses, and you are riding out. You do see, at first, that Manticore do spot you and start flying away, but you see that they seem to be they look away from you and seem to be looking to where you're heading, and then they turn around and leave you alone.
Okay.
A watch horse is a war horse.
Awesome. I was gonna ask you that.
I'm
So-
on my feet. I'm not gonna have no.
It takes you an hour since you guys decided to take horses. Well, 30 minutes. And since you're traveling with Mist. And you do encounter her. She's standing on a rock, and she seems to be waiting for you in this clearing.
Is there any other manticores around, or is it just her?
You see 4 dark blue-skinned manticores standing around. Unlike the tail spines that you're used to seeing on manticores, they're the bulbs on top of their stingers and spikes are glowing a bright purple.
Awesome.
Do these manticores look anything like the manticores from the Domia Research and Insane Asylum?
No.
Okay.
There was research done with them, but the only one that they managed to produce was the mother. And as you know, they do have an enhanced manticore because of her. But their main experiment was to try to diversify, to split apart their genes and influence other creatures,
Okay.
which just turned out to be humans and stuff.
Okie dokie, that's what I was trying to figure out.
So, from Throax research, you can roll me an Arcana check against them if you want.
Okay. 26.
So the blue skin kind of looks like it's resembling Direhide from Dire Animals,
Mhm.
except even Direhide kind of maintains the color of their animal counterparts.
All right.
So the blue hide, from what you can see, they're in broad daylight, so there's no need to make perception checks. From what you can see is that there's underneath the skin is that there's scales. So not only do they have a tough hide, but their skin is scales.
Okay.
These are a special breed. And the tail spikes themselves emanate magical energies, not psionics. And it seems to be force energy. Though you notice that the spikes on them, they're not detachable. It looks like they're straight up attached. You don't think they can actually be launched, which makes you question why they have them.
That's a bonus. Maybe.
The three-headed one looks you over, and the top one looks down to all of you, and it says with a feminine voice, "I've been waiting for you for a long time." And she looks to Revjack, who is carrying the sword of balance.
Sorry for the wait. How can we help you?
You see, we have a bit of a predicament on their hands. As you know, there's the god of chaos roaming around. And we understand that you mortals may not like him being around. But we've come here to delay the inevitable that you mortals like to believe in.
Which is?
You probably intend on using the sword to remove chaos from the realm. Would I be wrong?
More than likely, it might be used in the fight against such thing.
We would like to propose that you do not do that for a time.
Okay. I'm listening.
As you probably know, the god of chaos is a bane upon all of you magic users. However, for us monstrosities, it is not only something that we need to thrive, but it's something we need to counterbalance your mortal existences. For without us, you would flourish and ruin the lands. And that's why we exist. To keep you two-legged creatures in check. So we would like to propose that you hold yourselves from completing this task for nearly 5 years. And by doing so, you allow us monsters to thrive and regrow in our population.
Okay. But by that time, you're going to overrun us. So how does that work within 5 years?
We don't intend on overrunning you. On the
Okay.
contrary, I only came here to have this discussion.
Okay.
Of course, when you mortals typically see us monsters, first thing you think about is how power hungry and evil we are. That's not always the case. And what we want, well, what I want for my kind to survive is to let this chaos flourish for a while so that we can continue to grow and avoid potential extinction of particular species.
$5 years is a long time.
So is having children.
Oh. How long does it take for you to have children?
He says it depends on the species. For us manticore, it can take up to 20 years to make an adult.
Ah.
However, that is slightly misspoken of myself, since I am a representation of all monsters.
So you're not just here for you and manticores, you're here for all beasts in the area.
Not just the area. This continent is influenced by chaos all around, and perhaps other places in the world. Without chaos, you would continue to overrun the world with magic, and give you, and of course, the advantage that mortals have.
I see what you're saying. Okay. So
20 years? That's a long time. What's the gestational period for a manticore?
The what?
How long does it
The-
take from conceiving a child until you birth it?
Oh, that takes about 6 months.
6 months. Now, is that an ova? Is it live birth or is there an egg? Is there what? Could you elaborate on that process for me?
I'm not going to elaborate on the process. That's not why I'm here.
Oh,
Okay. So my question
sorry.
is, okay. So with the God of Chaos being out and us being stuck, if we did agree to the 5 years, can certain monsters aid us whenever we are assailed by, the monsters from this chaos god or whatever
No.
it is?
Because the chaos is preordained and part of the realm. If we were to fight against it, we would be fighting against ourselves.
This is. I myself cannot speak for the whole city or for all my kind. He says, but I asked for the time to talk to them and come to a conclusion.
We did
Because
not
I
come
can't.
here to wait.
I understand that, but I'm not the one that makes the decision of what the rest of these people in this city and the surrounding areas do with their lives. I'm not their master. As I guess you're the mother of all of the Manicores in the area or whatnot. They follow you, correct?
No, I'm not their mother.
Okay,
I'm
well,
more
you're
than
their
that.
representative, right? What are you to them then?
I'm their goddess.
Okay. So, as a goddess, you know that that's not the way that humans and other humanoids work. They need to talk and figure out the decision. It doesn't mean that they don't want to or don't want a peace with you. But at the same time,
I'm
I
here
can't speak for them. I can only speak for myself. I
and
can't
that's
speak.
all you need to speak for. You're the only one who can possess the sword, or at least one of few. We need you, particularly you, to not allow it to be used. At least until the realm balances out and we have new offspring.
And you believe this will take 5 years?
At least to have our adolescents allowed to roam free. We can deal with the normal commoners and rabble, but with Illumina being a hub of adventurers and travelers, chaos is far more necessary here than anywhere else.
He says, I need some time to think. You can grant me that. When do you need a final decision? Besides right at this moment.
She just sits down and she says, "You have all the time in the world. However, my supposed army will not have the same patience as I do. I have told them to not kill anyone, and I have held that end of the deal thus far. However, if they continue to destroy and repel people from your city, that is not up to me to decide."
Okay. What is your name? I understand you're a goddess, but I don't know what goddess you are.
Monsters don't call me by name. They just know who I am.
That helps me out. He says, okay. I will take my leave. I'll be back in a few hours and I'll let you know.
She just nods her top head. and she's still sitting there on a rock. The other 4 still perched nearby.
Okay. I'm like, I'm gonna tell the rest of them, say, look, I need to think. I need to head back to town. And I need to talk to Adrian. Or Jebediah. So I'm heading back to town. They want to stay out here if they can. But I don't think they would.
So that does that mean like we'll spend another day, like going back and forth?
No.
It just takes 30 minutes by
Take
horse
30
to get
minutes.
out there.
Just want to go back to town. I need to talk to somebody before I do this.
All right.
Well, we have all these spell components. Give me a second, and I'll get you right back to the wizard's tower. No need to waste time.
Okay.
So, ritual cast or meditation circle. So 1 minute. Sorry. Yeah, 1 minute cast time.
Yep. Okay. So the goddess just, the supposed goddess just lets you cast your ritual, and it's done.
Okay.
You guys are now below the sanctum in the wizard's tower, and since Throak and Machiavelli have been there before, they know how to operate the elevator to take you up to the sanctum.
Okay.
Isn't that where we came out from the
No.
sword quest thing where we
Yep.
got teleported?
Yep.
Yeah. So Remus was there too. Don't say no. I'm trying to piece things together here.
That's
God
it.
damn it, Dick. Okay.
I need to talk to Jebediah.
Okay.
And I guess Adrian would be there too, but
Either way, so.
yeah.
Well, Jeb?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'd come up to your office or try and find you. Where would you be?
Right above you, really.
Oh.
I mean, as soon as you guys use the elevator, as it were, Jeb's in the sanctum. That's
Okay.
where he spends most of his time.
Hey, I need to talk to you.
Okay.
Hey,
I
Jeb.
Remus.
tell him what's going on. What the Manti goddess told us. Or said what she wants for 5 years for us not to kill the chaos god for 5 years. She wants me to make the decision because I'm currently the one that's the holder of the sword. Not the owner, but the holder, at least. Or one of you that can use it or whatnot.
And you are the one that is most capable of using it. This is not a question, it is a statement. Remus is good with the bow. You are good with the sword.
Right.
Gee. Thanks, Jeb.
So, how much information are you giving Jebediah? I mean, are you
Tell
telling
him
him everything? Gestation periods of manticores and how do they make babies and all that kind of stuff too?
Yeah, I'll give him the whole rundown of everything.
So if a manticore can produce offspring, and we don't know how many offspring they can produce at one time, every 6 months, then in the span of 5 years, you have 10 litters per female manticore if you're actually able to produce enough offspring. If you say half of the 70 out there are female, that's 35 per breeding.
The problem with doing it as
7.
straight math is I mean, we don't know if they're an R-selected or M-selected species.
It
If they're an
doesn't really
R-selected
matter
species,
whether there are selected or M-selected. What matters is how many they can possibly produce. It's not a matter of numbers so much as it is a matter of probabilities. What probability do you have of winning a fight today versus the probability of winning a fight 20 years from now with 5 years worth of unrestricted breeding by not just manticores, but all species of monstrosity? And honestly, all species of hostile humanoid. Without magic, it's harder to take on, well, it's not much harder, but it's still harder to take on orcs or gnolls or fiends. So any of these things that can breed without the capable, consistent use of magic, all of these things could breed quite prolifically.
but it doesn't mean that they're going to attack humanoids when they breed. It simply means that they're going to breed. The problem is that manticores live in the wild, so they're more likely to consume those other the species lower on the food chain, if you will, than they are humanoids. Yes, they'll come into contact with humanoids, but it's not like we're wall-to-wall cities. There are large spaces in between where, unfortunately, groups of elves and gnolls, goblins, orcs, dwarves, halflings live. Yes, it's going to put pressure on them. I'm not advocating either way. I'm simply saying that an R-selected species is simply going to reproduce for the sake of reproduction and hope that one of those groups that that are born live, versus an M-selected species, which tries to bring that single offspring up to maturity before it breeds again.
I understand what you're saying. The question still remains, though, how much more trouble would we be in 5 years from now? How many?
Can we not send them like to another plane or something where they can reproduce and then like take it back or something?
Jeb will look at Remus. Do you have the magic to send them to another plane?
No, I don't know. You're pretty good with magic. You said I'm only good with a bow, so I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
I do not possess the magic capable of sending them to another plane, even if I wanted to. The issue is not so much just the manticores that are out there, but also the other species who will be able to breed and not be kept in check. For example, let us say that I go out into the surrounding area and I kill off all the wolves. If there are no wolves to hunt deer or rabbits, then the deer population explodes, as does the rabbit population. Those deer will be looking for something to eat, and they may completely destroy the crops that have been planted by the farmers in their fields, which could cause a shortage of food for the humans who are relying on those crops, and therefore you end up with a famine. You could also end up with something as simple as being too many deer. There is a disease through natural selection that ends up whittling away the deer population to extinction.
Yeah, I
cannot
kind of stopped at wolves. So why don't we protect like the manticores? Like just tell them like we might just kill the god, but why don't we just tell them okay? And for the next 2 or 3 years, you're under our protection or something, so that they can breed and not die, and then do all the things that you just said, like with the crops and humans and stuff.
It sounded to me like she did not give you that option.
Well,
It was either her way or nothing.
So maybe we can propose that to her, like, yeah, how about we protect you like for the 2 3 years until, or 5 years, whatever, or like create like a safe zone or something where they can't actually reproduce and everything, and we will try to like hunt their prey down and eat that or whatever, so they don't overpopulate like the deer and rabbits. And at the same time, we get to kill the Chaos God, which I don't think we can, but I don't know.
Except the issue is even if you kill all of the wolves in this particular instance, wolves aren't the only thing that hunt deer. People hunt deer. Cougars hunt deer. Owl bears hunt deer.
Wait, I
Orcs hunt
thought
deer.
this was about manticores, not wolves.
No, it's not only about manticores. It's about all the monsters in the area. She's not only the goddess of the manticores. She's the goddess of all the monstrosities in the area.
And that is indeed my point. If they are allowed to breed as they wish and nothing, or I should say nothing effective, is allowed to keep their population in check, then what happens to the population of animals they feed on when their population explodes?
But
You
isn't that
end up
just
having a famine, if you will, for all the monstrosities, so they spread out. They're looking for more food. They invade more human territory and looking for food, and then you have more conflict with those types of animals.
But isn't that just
again,
the circle of life? Like there's like a point where like species just die out because they couldn't breathe fast enough or they were hunted down and that they just like they go extinct naturally, you know what I mean? I mean you can't
that
always
is-
like
that is
blackmail
my
yourself out.
point.
Yeah, you cannot always blackmail yourself out of this. Like, yeah, do that, help us or protect us or whatever, and we will not kill you like during the next 5 years or something. So I don't know. That sounds like pretty natural thing to me that's happening there.
well, it sounds like to me that they're using strong arm tactics. Either you do what we want, or we start killing people until you do what we want. Sounds
Right.
like terrorism to me. And if it were me out there on the field, and this is just my opinion, I cannot speak for the council, nor can I speak for Adrin or any of the other mages in the guild, but my thought is if you are willing to negotiate with somebody who is terrorizing in order to get what they want, then anybody will come and try to terrorize you to get what they want.
Right. So why doesn't that work like don't they have like a hierarchy or something how they act? So if we like tell them to like keep it together and find alternative ways or like to protect themselves or give them like even like some sort of structures or whatever where they're like a little bit better protected, like as a kind of compromise even. I mean, wouldn't they like accept that we just tell them like to leave us alone and not do that because that would be very bad for them? Like as in respect and hierarchy? I don't know
I
if that makes any sense.
do not know.
I don't know. I think it's time to go back and talk to her, though.
Thanks,
Okay.
Jep. Was nice seeing you again.
Yeah, I appreciate the wisdom, brother.
Anytime. If you need help, just let me know.
Bye, dude.
You have any? I'll wait until Rebus is out of the room or everybody else. Hey, you got anything I can use just in case shit goes down? Help me out.
Just in case who goes down?
I said just in case she doesn't like my decision.
Oh, I see. Let me think. Give me a second. I've actually got to open the next file. I've got to open Jebediah's file because I really do not know what, off the top of my head, what he has.
So what are you guys thinking? What's your plan?
Um,
Well, if we told you that, then the DM would have advantage. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna go see if she can. I'm gonna go talk to her and see what else we can.
Throwack.
Yeah.
Are you currently? Do you currently have all of your attunement slots filled?
I do.
Okay.
It's a short rest to get it to reattune something, though, right?
I believe so. All right.
Wait,
So,
what are we talking here, Big Daddy?
well, Jebediah is in possession of something called the Staff of Pyromancy, and it will allow you to cast a fire spell which ignores resistances. If you already possess elemental affinity with fire, you can break through complete fire immunity. Fire immune creatures do not heal from fire, and they still receive the damage. Creatures that are not immune to fire damage cannot heal the fire damage created by this spell. And this spell is I believe it's Fireball. Yeah. And then in addition to that, there's something that the staff does called Eruption, which is a fire-based spell that uses the caster's DC. It's a 20-foot area on the ground, and it erupts, making the ground difficult terrain, and it deals 46 fire damage. If they fail to save, they're knocked prone. Success lowers the damage by half and prevents the prone condition. That's one thing that he can offer the party to use in that particular fight. And then as soon as this will open up.
I forgot I made that thing.
Well, I did not, because yes, it is. I figured it would be handy one of these days.
Hey, do manticores heal from fire damage?
No.
No.
What about lightning?
No.
Cool.
Not that you know of.
Well, that's why I'm asking. Like, Throrg knows all the shit, so. Do they?
No, they don't.
Ah, that's pretty neat.
So
They don't have any resistance or immunities.
Roll me Arcana.
At least regular mantic.
He can give.
26.
Regular Manticore have pretty weak defenses. They rely mostly on their dexterity and their natural armor, which isn't saying a lot. They are pretty strong creatures compared to humans, but you think Revjack could probably take at least a couple of them on without too much difficulty. They are faster in the air than on land, and they fly pretty well. And typical manticores are pretty vicious and can attack. They can attack really well with either their claws and bite or their tail spikes. They have dark vision. However, they don't have any immunities or resistances.
Oh, how about we do like a no. Well, we already have kind of our decision, right? Don't we? We can also do like fucking decision by combat, and she'll just send in like her manticores, and if we like defeat them, they retreat and accept it. Like, I don't know if they're that honorable though.
I'm gonna go with no, they're not. So, Throak, if you wanted to use the Staff of Pyromancy, Jebediah would give it to you to use. He would ask that you return it if possible, and then Revjack, Jebediah will hand you 2 potions of Kick-Ass. You know what they do, and the duration is 1 hour. So, unfortunately, that is all I have available to me at this time. There is another staff, but I do not know what it does. And that's
Kick-Ass did?
huh?
Trying to remember what the hell Kick-Ass did.
It was +1 strength, or
Right?
+1 modifier to strength.
No, it would have been an attribute added.
Okay, give me a second and I'll look it up because I
And
got
I
it
think
on
they
here
haste you,
somewhere.
right?
Yeah, it did haste you, for sure. Thank you.
Well, yeah, in any case, we're probably going to head back, right?
Well, if we don't have to use them, we can talk to her. Then I'll give him the potions back. But we'll find
Well,
out.
if you need to use them, use them.
I know,
Jeb's
I'm
not worried about the potions.
talking back to her.
Haste was one thing, and then it was like I think it was +1 to hit or +1 to damage or plus.
That sounds about right. Speculator just added the strength. Okay, that's cool. I appreciate it, man.
No problem. I wish I could do more for you.
You did enough. That's cool. All right, I'm ready to head back.
Hey, Zorak, do you know anything about the blue thingies, the blue manticores? Are they like any different
Yeah, they're
other
called,
than blue?
Okay. I
Know
cannot
anything about?
find where I put the description.
that's right.
I didn't hear what you said, Brendan, but I'm assuming you told Remus.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the blue manticores. There's nothing written about those.
Hmm.
Do you need a short rest before we get out there?
Yeah, I think I'm good with what I've got. I'd like to keep my armor class up so I don't get hit. It's the
Okay.
easiest way to not die. Thank you, though, Jeb. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Okay. Then I guess if anybody needs to grab anything from town,
It's +2 to strength and haste. That's what the potion of kick-ass does.
okay.
So that will give you 2 of your fighters haste and a +2 to strength.
Yeah.
That would be cool. So I can. What is that? That give me 1 extra attack. That would give me 4. That's cool. But
And it also increases your armor class by 2. Sorry, I just looked it up.
And the
Speed is
speed.
doubled. Armor class
Yeah.
by 2. Advantage on dex saving throws, and an additional action each turn. And then if you have a bonus action attack, you can also use that.
cool.
So the action can only be used for 1 weapon attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use object.
Hmm.
And it probably should go to people that are melee.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking about it because I've never been
And
hasted.
if
Oh,
It's an amazing thing.
well,
Yeah, I know. I haste
also-
people, but I don't get hasted. So. Okay.
I need to get a couple rings of spell storing. That way, I can store haste on and hand those out to fighters.
Yeah,
Oh.
let's head back and talk to them.
Okay. I'm ready to head back out. I think everybody else is, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, so it takes you 30 minutes to head out from the city back over to her. Again, the manticores leave you alone,
All right.
and the self-proclaimed goddess is there.
All right.
As well as their entourage of the 4 seemingly dire manticores.
Okay. So Revjack gets down and he walks up. He says, okay, I got just something that doesn't sit well with me. But why is it that we can't just come to an agreement that, the areas around Illumina and some other cities are no kill zones for certain monsters instead of just everywhere. Because not destroying or getting rid of the chaos curse here is hindering everything, not only myself, but yourself too. So I don't see how.
It's not hindering me.
Well, it's not hindering us either, except for the magic. And as it is, our society is not going to go forward without magic. 5 years is a long time. And within those 5 years, it allows your kind, monstrosities, or whatever other beast that you have under your care or whatever, to, if not triple or quadruple their numbers. And so, you know, a lot of the monstrosities in this area are not of good nature. They are of evil nature. Which just leads me to believe that you want this to happen even that much more, so that way you can claim the land. As you say, you're the protector of the land and the beasts. That would just give them more of the opportunity to rid the land of us. So this is what I'll do. Or for myself. I won't kill any manticores within 5 years. And certain other beasts that you will pick out. But as far as the chaos beasts, well, that's just destiny. That's fate. If I have to face it within the next 6 hours or the next 6 years, then I'll do so. But you or any other goddess is not going to stop me, because I have other gods on my side protecting me and telling me that this is the destiny of our people. So if you can't agree to that, then I'd like to challenge you for your position as the leader of all your kind.
Is he the only, did he just stop all of a sudden? Is it just me?
I think it may just be you, because I heard him say that he just basically
Challenge you
asked
to
for a
duel.
trial of possession.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me still?
Yes, I can hear you just fine. Can you hear any of the rest of us, Alex?
Yeah, I can. I just missed that little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, basically, I told her, fuck no. I'm not giving you the chance to fucking quadruple your numbers and overrun everything around here. But I'll make the pact with her that I won't kill any manticores or any other beasts that she chooses. But as far as the destiny that is going along with the sword, if I'm the wielder of the sword and I'm supposed to face the chaos god or whatever it is to kill him off, then that's just the way it is. If she doesn't like it, well, then she can challenge me, or I'll challenge her to the leadership of all the monsters or whatever, you know, or we could just fucking duke it out and not kill her ass. So.
I didn't like this laugh.
And finally, the one other head below the one that calls herself a god. That one finally starts laughing, and the one below her just becomes sad. And they laugh, and the one in the middle says, "Oh, they think they can actually fight us. That's adorable." And the lower one says, "That's a mistake." And the one who calls herself a goddess, says, "So, you really think you could just threaten me?"
Yeah. You're going to kill me, then you're going to kill me. But why would you need me, the holder of the bound sword, to make any decisions for you or your kind?
I'm
You're
not
bullshitting.
asking you to make decisions on our behalf. I'm not asking you to make a zone of safety for us. On the contrary, I'm not asking very much of any from you at all. I'm just saying that if you plan on killing Darzanon soon, I requested that you hold off on that for a time.
That's not my decision. And
Isn't
neither
it?
is yours. No.
Well, that's a listening sound.
See, that's Rev Jack's God knocking on the door, telling him that you're in the wrong and terrorism will never win.
Hey,
You're a terrorist.
I'm not.
What the hell?
Well, I give her a decision because
She actually kind of like sits up. She's still on her hind legs, but you can see she's like kind of holding her chest, trying not to like laugh and fall over. And then she puts her front paws back on the ground, and she says, "Let's." Like I said, I didn't come here to do much. I just came here with my another human term, army, to force this discussion. And if I was in a position to stop you, which I'm actually am now, thanks for that, I would. But that's not why I came here. I came here to simply tell you to delay yourself. As I said, it's an inevitable action, and you will have to act eventually. But I would ask that you take your time in that action.
well, I'm not after Darzanon actively as of right now. Love ya. I'm not actively after Darzanon, so if it takes 6 years, then it takes 6 years. But Destiny is going to make me follow whichever way I got to go. And whether I'm not within the next 6 hours, I'm going to be the wielder of the sword is not my decision. So you have your time. I can't stop you. You're not going to stop me, whatever is going to happen. But, you know, I'm not coming after you unless you actively want to destroy our city. I'm not actively going after Darzanon unless that's what needs to happen, or it's destiny. So you have your time until the gods or whatever force me to act. That's the best I can do for you.
Who is these other wielders?
Yeah.
At that,
I don't know.
Mac's just gonna telepathically tell Rev Jack, telling her that would be a mistake.
It says Destiny will choose the wielders.
Yeah, but who's the other wielders? This is the ones that like made the sword.
The only wielder at the present time is me because I am attuned to it. Now the owner is the two dwarves or whoever that everybody. Well, it's basically the guy. What's his name? That forged it, and everybody else that helped forge it, which is I think is Harbeck and the Yorick's priest, right? Cleric. He's the one that owns it. I don't own it. I'm attuned to it because when we went to go fight all the other shit, I was the one that attuned to it. I got picked. And I was the only one at that time available with the abilities to wield it. So as of right now, I'm the wielder.
Very well. I see that we can't reach an agreement. She kind of all the other faces, and like they kind of scrounge their faces and they start like looking at each other.
Not to pick at nits here, but we can reach an agreement. You just don't want to.
Well,
I mean, it's not the exact agreement you want. Sorry, I'm just pointing things out.
Basically, you're just mad because I'm letting Destiny pick the time. And I'm not the master of Destiny. I'm not the master of this sword.
Aren't
Or-
you though?
Yes and no. Just like you're not the master of the world. You can't pick when people are going to hunt your kind. I can't.
She says, but you are. You're doing that right now. In fact,
No. Only if you attack me. Or your kind attacks me, then I will. But I offered you that already. I offered you that I wouldn't hunt any of your kind or kill any of your kind for 5 years. I can do that for you. This is, but everybody else in humankind or in this city, that's not possible.
we're not asking you for anything except for you to leave the chaos alone.
The chaos is not my decision. If Destiny sends me to go destroy Darzanon, then that's what I'll do.
She looks at the dwarf, and what was your idea?
We had said, our proposal was that we create zones of protection for monstrosities, and if you can keep them away from human settlements, then those areas would be free from magic users attacking the monstrosities. So they would still be in trouble if they came out of those zones, but magic users would agree not to go into those zones to hunt monstrosities down. Now, if they were to, raid nearby settlements, the humans of non-magical nature would still be able to go in there and hunt them down, as is appropriate. But magic users, like I said, would just agree not to go in there. A gentle being's agreement.
Holy shit, that was totally my idea. That's awesome.
Unfortunately, that depends on two things. And I know, and I'm sure that you know that neither of those will work, and that proposal will fail.
God damn it.
No proposal is perfect. You know that. This was simply an alternative that we were hoping. My friend Remus, who is routinely retarded, had a decent idea.
Hey.
What? We love you, Remus. You're not the smartest branch on the tree.
Is there supposed to be
says-
coming a butt after that? I'm not really sure.
She
No,
just shake-
no.
all of her
just
head shake, saying no, and she says, "That again, that depends on the monsters living in the area actually being smart enough to recognize that proposal, and humans not poaching them in those areas."
Well, the only thing we can do about that is ride around and put out a decree. Hey, leave them the fuck alone. But
Yes,
on the
because that
monsters,
is actually successful.
hey, it's not any more successful than you telling your monsters, hey, you can't go after your food. It's about the same thing, I believe.
Well then,
Gravejack's going to quaff the kick-ass potion.
Can I get one too?
I don't know. It depends if she fights me one-on-one. If not, then I'll throw you one.
oh, you want to fight me then?
No, I don't want to fight you, but we can come to an agreement. What we got to do.
She looks to the other manticores, and she says, "How about this? We reduce it to 2 years. Gives us enough time to go through birthing processes of even the most extended monsters." All you have to do is wield that sword for that time.
Okay. But you got to understand that if I'm forced to go after Darzanon, then I can't stop it. You can't stop Destiny, neither can I. But I will not actively hunt him for 2 years.
I will.
Well, unless I'm told so.
That's all I wanted.
Okay. Well, then we're in agreement, aren't we? 2 years then.
She looks to the other manticores, and they turn away, and they start flying away. The manticores that are surrounding the city, they get up. They start flying higher up, and they start returning to their mountains and their forest areas. And she says to you, the 5 of you at this point, because Jaskier is not here. She says, "Now, I'm hoping to celebrate this occasion by at least making this relatively entertaining. So, I have a proposal. You entertain me, and perhaps I give you some gifts."
This is weird as shit. What am I supposed to do?
Entertain how?
She says, "Well, your human entertainment is simple, but it's not blood pumping, so to speak."
The hills are alive with the sound of dwarves.
Okay, so Machiavelli pulls out his viol and starts playing as the dwarf starts singing. That's a dirty 20 on performance.
That's awesome.
That was awesome.
I got an 8.
Okay,
I got an 8. That's
You're-
good.
I'll give you an inspiration to roll that shit over again.
Boom. 10.
Yes! Only slightly less mediocre.
she's
Miss-
enjoying the music, but not so much the singing. But I will give you a point of inspiration for actually singing it.
Try to moonwalk backwards, which is a insane movement. While they do that, 16 performance.
Okay, so she's just watching you guys dance, and clearly she's entertained by some of the values, but that's
What
not
are we
she's looking
doing?
for.
Were we
Where's
not
it-
like negotiating?
What is it that you're looking for entertainment?
She says, "As you know, some monsters are a little smarter than others, and we do have our form of what do you?
Arena?
Yes, arena. That's what you humans call it. And we do sometimes hold these organizations, and to see who's stronger. I have a small group that I had planned on perhaps fighting you with, but clearly it's not needed anymore. So, in return for these somewhat unsuccessful negotiations, you can fight the little group that I had here, and if you prove successful, I will grant you a wish."
Okay. Let's do this.
No, it's a really the agreement isn't even that out of the way. It's that Revjack has to possess the sword and let the chaos flourish for 2 years in game.
Yeah, but what if he has to kill like Darzanon, or fight Darzanon in like 2 months? What's
I
then?
don't think Darzanon actually has anything to do with the chaos being there. The portals are open regardless, so even if you defeat Darzanon, the portals are still going to be open.
We would actively have to go close the portals ourselves, right? Which means
Yeah.
the sword has to be there.
Yeah, and even if you close the portals, the chaos will still be there until the the scales are formed. So
Why was it such a big issue then? God damn it. Okay. Okay.
because it's a big issue to the monsters, because if there's magic, without magic, humans are brought down to their base forms.
Yeah,
So-
but why was this like a discussion potential for us? Because basically the only thing that we could say is yes, and that's it.
Possibly because we were all talking in character, and what Alex just said is completely meta. None of the characters knew that all of this stuff had to happen in a particular way at a certain time in order for the chaos magic to disappear. All that as far as I understand, the people know right now is this Darzanon fellow is the causer of the chaos magic, and that there are certain things that must happen, Darzanon being one of them, in order for the chaos magic to cease.
As long as he's in the world, it will still happen. Like at least, like just him existing causes chaos in the world. But if Darzanon is defeated, there still be portals that exist. So even when he's gone, the portals will still be open, and you'll have to close them. And even if even with the scales being formed, it will negate the chaos fields, but the portals will still be open. So you have to close them each individually still.
And there's how many of those? Like 6?
There's 6 that are known.
It'll be 2 years just by itself getting to each one.
Yeah, but as soon as the scales are formed, the portals will just be open. So she's telling you, hold off on it. Don't close the portals. So let the chaos energy flow in, so that magic is still hard to cast and gives monsters time to roam free.
That's fine. Just more hunting when that shit's over. What?
Yeah, she's not saying that they deserve protection or anything. On the contrary, she doesn't care if you hunt them. She just needs more time for offspring to be born.
Was there really a goddess?
No. She's powerful.
Really thought I was gonna fuck around. anyways, back to the battle, I guess. I was like, okay, you bring your champions in. We'll do what we can.
And the 4 manticores return, the 4 blue ones. And she looks at them, and she jumps off the rocks, and she says, "You can do with what you want after them. However, same applies to you." And she just flies away, lands about 200 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, we'll roll initiative.
Initiative. Got a 19. I'll put it in chat.
Alice, did you see I activate my weapon and my shoes? I wrote it in the chat, but
Yeah, okay. They're odd. Now, do you guys want to take a break before we engage in the combat?
Yeah, you might want to let everybody grab a soda and go to the bathroom.
You gotta squeeze some out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a sandwich too. Be right back.
All right.
All right, we'll come back in a few. See you guys in 5 minutes or so.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Hooray! Jaskier is back.
Yep, my call was finally over.
That was a long ass call.
Yeah, because I haven't talked with my parents for the whole week due to my visitor and all, and they always want to ask about damn everything.
All right.
So-
Well, you're just in time to roll initiative.
Oh, really? We're fucking fighting this thing with its court of manticores and stuff?
No, you're just fighting her court,
Oh, okay.
which is still 4 of them.
Why did I know that it will come down to this? Damn it, I lost my opportunity to speak. Is what this character is best at. Because in combat, I mean, a fucking level 3, what I'm supposed to bring.
What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Under my leadership, you have nothing to fear. Go at it. Meanwhile, he safely hangs in the back, hiding behind all of them. I'm sorry for being out, but yeah, I couldn't just solve this call away.
That's no problem.
Okay, I'm back.
This is a really good divine spell.
What
I'm
spell?
glad I don't have to use it on you guys.
What spell?
Divine
Mouthwash.
word.
Divine word.
It sucks. It's basically a finishing spell.
I don't think I ever used that. Well, I only play I had a high level cleric once, but I don't remember if I got that spell or not.
I'll just read it. It's basically all the divine power word spells combined into one.
Cool.
You utter a divine word imbued with the power that shaped the world at the dawn of creation. Choose any number of creatures you can see within range. Each creature that can hear you must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature suffers an effect based on its current hit points. 50 hit points or fewer, deafened for 1 minute. 40 hit points or fewer, deafened and blinded for 10 minutes. 30 hit points or fewer, blinded, deafened, and stunned for 1 hour. 20 hit points or fewer, killed instantly.
So it's like all words, all power stuff in one. So it requires a save on automatically working like the others, and also requires very low hit points, I think, compared to the other.
Yeah.
So it's like a trade-off.
The other upside is that I also don't have to worry about casting Earthquake. That's good.
Why you don't have to worry about casting Earthquake?
Because basically you guys are doing this fight for fun.
Wait, for fun? What? What?
If you guys beat her in a fight, she says she'll grant you a wish.
Eat?
Yeah. And for some of you, launch your alignment.
I know what my wish is. Let my sentence disappear.
Get your what?
My jail time to disappear. You hear me?
Not really.
My
You're really
jail
quiet.
time to disappear.
I think he wants his sentence to go away.
Oh,
You to hear me clearly?
I kind of guessed it, two of the
Alright.
words, but I think I got the gist of it anyway.
I gotta turn my volume up to max just to hear you.
Maybe I could change one of my mics.
Yeah, you're usually really quiet for me.
Gerber.
So did we already start the combat? Did I come
Yeah,
too
she
late?
missed half of it already.
Oh, fuck. You
I'm
dick.
just reading out for-
We're just waiting for everybody.
The only one who hasn't rolled initiative yet is Jaskier.
Can you hear me?
Good to do then.
Just better?
Same volume to me.
Ow.
That sounds like a jump scare in a video game.
Is that better?
Ooh, the background now it's weird.
Yeah. What do you want?
All right. So, Mac, you go first. The manticores are they're in front of you, but they're kind of pronged, two on each side of you.
Okay. Object interaction, lightsaber. Bonus interaction, bonus action, sorry. Go ahead and activate it. Now how far away are they?
I would say about 50 feet.
Nope, that won't work. Max range is 30 feet. Let's see. If we're going from left to right, numbering them 1, 2, 3, and 4. Number 1 needed to have intelligence save, please. DC 17.
Okay, he fails it.
All right, so Mac just pulls out his lightsaber, activates it, and out of freaking nowhere, here's David Hasselhoff. No, actually, it's 20 points of psychic damage to the first Manticore.
Okay. He strains his head, but shakes. You see some blood coming out of his ears, but that's it.
Okay, that's his turn.
Rev Jack.
All right. Do I notice the blood coming out of his ears?
Yeah.
All right. So with haste, I guess my speed is doubled. So I'm going to move to that one. Am I within 60 feet of it?
Yeah.
All right. So while I'm moving, I'm pulling a sword out, and I guess I'll make the first strike. I'm going to take a -5 for extra 10 damage.
Okay.
It'll be an 18 hit.
That will miss.
All right. Next attack, same thing. I'll take a -5. All right. This one is 23.
That'll hit.
Okay. So it's 2d6. Oh shit! I need more dice. Sorry, forgot I was using this sword. One more. Good dice. There we go. Okay. Okay, so 16 regular slashing damage,
Okay.
and 10, 20, 30 points of radiant damage.
This thing's not looking good.
All right, and my next attack, it is a 22.
That'll hit.
Okay. So, 16 slashing damage. 10, 20. Well, actually, you got to add 10 more to the last attack because I didn't add 10 for the weapon feat.
Okay.
So 10, 20. All right, so 16, there's 26 slashing. 10, 20. And 29 radiant damage.
All right, it's dead.
All right. And then how close was it, Jimmy?
The other one,
No, the first one that I attacked.
it was 50 feet.
All right. Is the next one 10 feet close to it?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll move the 10 feet, and then I'll make my bonus attack that I have with the haste. Say dirty 20.
That'll hit.
Okay. That's with a -5 for the extra 10 damage. All right. So it's 3 plus 9 is 12. 22 slashing. 12, 22, 25, 30, 32 radiant damage.
Hit.
And that is actually, I'm gonna burn a superiority die and do a menacing attack to him. He's got to make a DC 18.
He fails.
Okay. And then it'll add a D10 of damage to it. That's 9, and he is frightened of me.
Okay.
And then that'll be my turn. Question. On his... Never mind. I'm good. All right, I'm done.
Okay. You miss.
So there's 3 left.
Yep.
Okay, then how far is the one that Revjak just attacked? For me?
He's 50, 60 feet away from you.
Cool. Then is this yeah, there's you know what? I'll move my movement to get closer to Revjak within 30 feet of him.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark and put it on him.
Okay.
And then I'm
Roll
gonna
me percentile.
But am I not free of chaos magic within 30 feet
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
You are. You
That's
are.
why I went there. Okay. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna attack him.
Okay.
And that is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
And so that's the first attack, and that's gonna deal let's see here. That was a normal roll. So that's gonna deal a 17 piercing damage, 7 fire damage, 9 lightning, and the d6.
Can you just put them together for me?
Sure. Give me a second. 17 was 7 plus 9 plus 6. That's 39 damage.
Yeah.
And my next shot is gonna be, I'll try to hit him with a -5 to hit.
Okay.
That's gonna be 24 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So that one. And he's gonna take, oh, that's bad. And the d6, so that's 12 fire, 12 lightning, and 23 piercing plus a d6. That's 51 damage.
Okay, it's dead.
Okay. And then I'm gonna shoot like one last arrow at the third one in the row. Sorry about my dogs. And I'll take the -5. Oh, that's not gonna be good. 18 to hit.
That'll miss.
Okay. So I basically used everything, so I'm good. I'm good to go. I'm done.
Okay. The magic manticores will fly up in the air, and they will be waiting for something to happen.
Yeah. The one in front of me that I think I get an AOO.
He's dead.
I just killed
No,
him.
you don't.
Damn it.
I just killed him. Sorry.
That's all right.
So the other two fly up 50 feet in the air, and they're looking down. They seem to have their focus upon Revjak and Remus. Jaskier.
So we have those 2 up in the air, and what about the others? Well, 1 died.
2 are dead.
2 are dead already. Okay. And the 3-headed one?
The 3-headed one is kind of just... She's 200 feet away.
Oh, okay.
We're doing
She's
this
not
for
taking
her.
part.
We're entertaining her right now.
Okay. Then Jasker is going to look up at those 2 that are in the air, and he's going to, well, start motioning with his hands as he kind of whistles a little tune to himself, and the purple glitter will start to fall over these creatures, and they have to make a dex save.
Okay. Roll me a percentage.
Oh shit. I forgot about this. 15.
Okay, roll me another one. Does anyone have the chaos table available?
29.
Give me a second, I'll grab it.
Okay, just tell me what it is. I had it downloaded, but I can't find it.
I had it at one time too, and I have no idea.
Unless it's in my downloads for some reason. Oh, there it is. Never mind.
Damn you, downloads.
29. All right. All right. So you also called down a bolt of lightning. So they have to make 4 dex saves.
Peace.
4.
So they're hit by fairy fire.
They both fail.
And both of them make what's your spell DC?
15.
They're both gonna one is gonna completely dodge the call lightning, while the other one is going to take 6d10 points of lightning damage halved.
15. So that's going to be, it's 34, half, it's going to be 17.
Okay. All right.
Jasker is going to kind of quickly look around, look back at his hands and say, wow, I'm even more awesome than I thought.
Is one of them fairy fired though?
They're both fairy fired.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he's going to, profiting of this moment of glory, step back 30 feet. Just in case, you know.
Awesome.
Missed.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know what to do. I can not run so fast or fly, right? I'm gonna get out of my rope of climbing and command it to fly up and grab one of those.
Rope of climbing.
Yeah. I don't know about the grapple, but I can say it's gonna tie to something.
You can only tell it to fasten itself around an object. So
The foot is not an object.
No, they're not objects.
But can I make the rope to just go up in the air? And can I run up of the rope and jump on them?
It only moves 10 feet each turn
Oh, fuck.
until it reaches its destination.
Then I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna take my 100 feet chain and make a lasso and try to lasso one of those.
Um,
Can you do that?
roll me a strength check.
Yep. Can I go into raids before this?
I mean, if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Strength or athletics?
Strength.
21.
Okay. So now you can make an attack roll with it. And I'm going to say, actually, yeah, you can make it at disadvantage.
So is that a reckless? I just did a straight up.
I don't think you can reckless a grapple.
Oh, okay. So I need to use athletics now? Or you just...
It doesn't make much sense to reckless a grapple. I mean, with rage, you already have advantage.
Yeah, but he said attack roll. But yeah.
I mean, it's
Oh.
an attacker, but you use athletics nonetheless.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do that then.
Grapple is a bit of a weird thing in that regard.
Yeah, 26. I believe so. Yeah, 26.
Okay, you managed to put the chain around its head.
And I cannot pull it down. I'm just gonna try to hold it.
Okay.
And that is my turn. I don't have more actions or stuff like that, right?
No.
Okay, cool.
Throak. Brendan. Unless he's not here.
I'm here. So I'm going to move within 30 feet of Revjack. Unless I'm getting ready to disconnect again, which would suck.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, just making sure. Okay. Alex, you there?
I can hear you, buddy. I had muted. Well, it's Andrew.
We may have lost the DM.
So there he goes.
Too
He's back.
hard there. So I need you guys to make dexterity saves.
Who?
Remus,
All of us?
Revjack, and Throak.
What for? What's happening? So I
As
was okay.
yeah, so as Throak, you move in to benefit from the sword of balance. The manticore's tails begin lighting up, and as you look up and perhaps get your next action ready, they lob this ball of force energy towards you guys. And as you're kind of looking up, it lands in between the two of you and unleashes this huge, powerful blast.
I rolled a natural 20 on my second roll with Indomitable.
Okay. Did you make 2?
2 deck saves. The second one is going to be not making it. 10.
Okay.
So 1 natural 20 and a 10.
So you won't take 23 points of force damage from the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But
I got a 17 and an 11. I didn't hear what the DC was.
17 and 11.
Yep.
Okay.
God damn it. Come back, D20.
And Revjack? Okay. So you take the first blast, Throak, does 11 points of force damage to you.
I'll
It
arcane
misses-
ward that.
It misses Remus. And I didn't hear Revjack, so he's kind of just went away, I guess.
Sorry, it was a 20. I forgot I had my shit on mute. It was a 22
Okay, so you also take 11 points of damage. And what was your second roll?
Second roll, it comes out to a 15.
Okay. So the other blast will hit all of you fully, and you guys will take 31 points of force damage.
Ouch.
The other manticore is just going to fly straight up, the one with the chain around it. And the other one will fly only 10 feet higher, but will circle around further away from the casters, but closer. Oh, it's not even their turn. So that was the reaction. So Throak, it's your turn.
All right. So now that I'm within the range of the what's it?
Restore the balance.
I'm going to Ogre Schwanz's smacking fist
Okay.
next to one of the Manicores, 120 feet. So I assume I can reach it.
Yeah.
Okay. And melee spell attack with advantage.
Amazing.
That's bad. With advantage, I got a 14 to hit.
So it just misses cleanly, partially because you've never used Ogre Schwan's hands up so high before, and partially because you didn't expect how fast it moves while it's in the air.
Damn it.
I don't have the turn
That's it for
order
me.
anymore because I had to reset.
Yeah, I'll copy it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is that your turn, Throak?
Yeah, I'll have a bonus action next turn, but not this turn.
Okay. And Mac, your turn.
Okay, so what's the altitude of both of these manticores?
50 feet.
All right.
Basically flying straight up.
So Mac's going to yeah, Mac's gonna pull out his crossbow. He's going to
Just to ask, Throak, which one were you attacking, number 3 or number 4, with your fist?
Whichever one was closer.
Okay, so number 4.
Are either one of these two hurt?
Number 4 is.
All right, so Mac's going to pull out his crossbow and going to doesn't say. Yeah, I imagine that's just whatever the range is. So bonus action is going to be to use Faithful Archer, which allows one ranged weapon to gain sentience. It is a free attack at the start of each of my turns. It's not a thrown weapon, so it doesn't need to worry about returning to me. And it is going to... Is a dirty 20 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's D8. It's going to take 12 points of piercing.
And that's a magical weapon?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And then main action is going to be on the same target to use mind thrust. So could I have that one make an intelligence save, please? DC 17.
It critically succeeds.
All right. It's a save or suck, so it doesn't matter whether it's critical or not. All right. So bonus action, object interaction, main action. Yep. Max done.
Okay. Rev Jack.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So I'm off of Monk's Shadow Step. And okay, so so Thorax is next to me, right?
He's within 30 feet of you.
Who's close to me? Anybody?
Me.
Probably Remus.
How close are you?
30
yeah.
feet.
Yeah, I'm within 30 feet somewhere. Like, you can walk to me.
Okay. And they're in the air, so do they? And they're 50 feet in the air.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so this is what I'm thinking of doing. Thinking about running back over to where Remus is, shadow stepping with the cloak that I have to underneath the wings of one of the manticores into the shade, and I'm going to attempt to stab him and use my sword to keep myself on him, or grab him and somehow hold on to him or something like that. Because it's really the only thing I can do besides
shadow stepping?
Well, it's a shadow cloak. You gave it to me a long time ago. He just never really used it until recently. But you said that it had the monk's shadow step 3 times a day. So it has double range. Actually, how far is the main? She's not in this, is she? It's just her full magic.
No. Yeah.
Okay. You're not in dim light.
Yeah.
And the manticore is not in dim light either. So you
That don't work. Okay.
can't teleport to it.
You can throw something at them. Or, like, use your bow, you know? You were pretty decent with that.
Jesus.
Damn it, Remus, don't make sense.
So,
I guess that's really all I can do is shoot my bow at it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use a Commander Strike, and I'll have Remus shoot an arrow at it again as one of my actions.
Okay.
cool.
Whatever kind of attack you want to make, and you get an extra 8 on the damage die.
Okay.
What the fuck is your bonus with a +8?
No, it's a D10 die.
I know. I'm asking Remus.
Oh, my bonus on the damage is
Yeah,
my constant on the damage is 9, and then I have several dice to roll.
No, I meant your bonus to attack.
Oh, 15.
With the +8.
No, but he said +8 is to damage, not to hit, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
never mind.
so
It's just allowing you to make an attack, and I'm giving
Right.
you an extra 8 damage on top of whatever.
okay,
Wow,
so
something.
that's going to be a 32 to hit.
It can be whatever kind of attack that you make, just a regular attack. So if you take
Yeah.
a 5 for sharpshooter, then you can.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to use a regular one for now. because I know I miss sometimes and I don't want that to have wasted. So 32 to hit.
It hits.
Okay, and he's gonna take so that's a normal fire, lightning, and there is no hunter's mark on that guy because that's gonna be +8 +4. That's gonna be 24 damage.
Okay. He's still flying around.
Alright. Then I guess I'll shoot him with my longbow 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah, so first attack is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. It's a D8.
Is that a normal weapon?
Yeah, it's a. No, it's a. Well. Right. Yeah, it is a normal weapon.
Okay.
So it's a D8. Alright. So that's 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Does it have any effect at all?
You see the arrow finds purchase, but with the amount of effort you put into it, you think it would have gone in further.
Oh, shit. Here's your question. So, when you use the enlarge spell, how much bigger do you get?
You double in size and in weight.
Okay, that's still
Yeah, one size up, right?
Yeah, mechanically speaking, you go one size larger. You double your height and weight.
You double your weight, so then the weight be more than double?
No,
Yeah.
why would it be more than double?
Because that's how it works. If you double your size, your weight increases more than you actually grow. Physics, man.
Don't say physics like this isn't a realm of fucking magic.
Holy shit.
Alright,
It's because if you double your height, the increase in volume is actually
The
Wow.
way you're using your
So what-
magic is not realistic.
Oh, sorry.
logic to it.
Well, the spell doesn't even make sense. Because, first of all, your size doubles, but your weight is multiplied by 8. So, by transforming, you basically encumber yourself. And that's retarded. So, I'm only doubling the weight.
yeah. So I shoot an arrow. 18 to hit. I don't think it does it.
18 will miss.
Next.
But when
attack.
your size category goes up, your strength capacity doubles.
Your what?
And your weight is not in your character capacity, so
Right.
it doesn't matter.
21 to hit.
Your carrying capacity doubles it as your size gets larger.
Does 9 points of damage.
Okay. So,
And
is that the... Okay, never mind. So, another impact with the bow. Yes.
all right. So I have
Oh, you have one more attack if you still have your kick-ass.
yeah. Is Thorak near Remus, or are they like on the opposite sides of each other?
They're probably standing close together because they ran to your aura and you ran past that.
Okay. Ask Thorak, hey, can you cast Fly on me?
If I do, I'll Ogre Schwanz.
Oh shit. Okay. All right, never mind. I guess I'll shoot an arrow at it. I guess.
Okay.
Actually, no. I did use my bonus from the haste to attack because I used my first attack for the commander's strike.
Yeah, but normally you have 3 attacks, right?
Right. And then I used the other 2 to do bow attacks, and then I get a haste attack. I think I used them.
You only
Yep.
made 3 attacks. You only made 2 attacks personally.
Oh. All right. Next one is a 25.
That hits.
That does 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Seriously, need to get a magical longbow. That's my turn. I really can't do anything else.
Remus.
All right, I'm still close within, like to Revjack, right? Like within 30 feet. Then, as my bonus action, I'm gonna move my Hunter's Mark to the Manticore that is uninjured.
I mean, you don't have to move. Revjack moved beside you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You should.
Okay, and I'm gonna take the -5 to attack it. That's gonna be a miss with 17. Can I use an inspiration to reroll that?
If you want.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Look.
Oh man, that's a crit. 19.
So double max, which is probably going to kill it.
So let's see here. Max is with Hunter's Mark. It's 8 plus 9 plus 16 plus 12 plus 6 times 2 is 102 damage.
So, describe how you kill it.
Well, I'll just shoot an arrow basically straight to the head and pierce through his head, and it will probably start burning and sparkling and fall down, hopefully not on any one of us.
Yeah, so you guys just witnessed this thing get hit by this burning and sparkling arrow.
Sorry, I forgot the 10. It would be 112.
Okay. So this arrow goes straight through its head and near the ogre swan's hand, and I'd say you'd see its brains explode out, but it hits the one side and it doesn't seem to make anything on the first impact, but you just see this huge explosion come out the other side, and the head is just collapsed and just blown apart, and it wavers in the air and then just doesn't even do a nosedive. It just, the wings give out and it just flops on the ground.
Bullseye. Or Manticore's eye. Whatever. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shoot the other one then. And I'll take the -5 to hit as well. And that's a 20.
That'll hit.
So that's 112 to damage.
It's still flying.
Okay. That was my second attack. And I'm going to attack a third time, and I'm going to use the -5 to hit as well. And that's going to be a 28 to hit.
That hits.
And it's going to take... That's 29 damage.
It's dead.
Because it doesn't get the Hunter's Mark. Okay. It's my turn. Since they're all done, right? There's no enemies anymore, or
they're all dead.
Okay.
All right. Want to walk around to each one of them and use application of Kielan's ointment. So I don't want them to die. We just have their own arena, because I don't believe I'm killing them all. Huh?
They're dead.
They're dead?
Dead.
No saving dead?
Nope.
Well, sorry about that. We didn't mean to really kill him.
She looks you, all of you over, and she says, "No wonder my monsters have issues dealing with you."
Wait, what does that mean?
I'll have to keep them more organized. She says, "I think I've complimented your talents enough."
keep them away from human populations, they generally won't run into someone like us.
Yes, of course. That's the. I just wish I can't control them. In the same way that gods can't control their clerics. If I was capable of controlling them, you think I would have kept them in better places or raised an army to extinguish your little pathetic city?
See, there you go again, being rude. Why can't it just be, hey, you stay on your side, we stay on our side?
Because if I was like that, I wouldn't be called the goddess of monsters, now would I? And besides, if I could do that, I'd be taking away the sentience of all my monsters. What if whoever created you just bound you to a chair your entire life? Sounds fun, doesn't it?
Depends what they look like.
Nothing.
Are there a lot of books in front of the chair?
No. You don't get anything.
No,
That's horrible.
that would be sad.
Indeed. Again, I don't care for their safety. I just need them to reproduce more.
You need more minions?
No. The balance of the world depends on it.
What can I ask you? Why are you so worried about the balance of the world? Why have you taken upon this task to keep it, or well, at least want to affect it so much?
Because everything in the world needs to be balanced. Of course, all the gods believe so. If they didn't, then they would have destroyed the unnecessary parts of each other long ago. Considering how many good gods there are, do you think they would keep these evil pests around if we weren't necessary? Evil is just as much as part of the world as good is, and so are monsters. You need us just as much as we need you.
I agree.
If I didn't believe as such, I would have killed your city a long time ago, and I wouldn't have spared any of your citizenry.
Okay.
An interesting point of view.
Well, we finished your fight.
Yes, and as part of the agreement, I can grant you some wishes.
Mist gonna step up and say he kind of want his sentence to disappear. And it would be super awesome if the guy who blamed him for his sentence, he got the sentence instead, but yeah. If
Sure.
the sentence just disappear and the D's just disappear from him at the same time, it would be awesome.
She says I can only do one of those things.
To remove the sentence then.
Sure.
And so I don't have any senses, and I'm not wanted anything. It'd be awesome.
Okay. She lets out this roar, the main head does, and reality from her seems to ripple and distort. And because the sentence never took place, because perhaps the noble had a change of heart or something, you're no longer Geist.
Yes.
She starts looking. The other heads in her start looking at all the rest of you.
I know who laughed, but it was funny.
I laughed too, but I was muted.
Well,
You're not alone. So, what kind of wish is that? Like any wish?
Of course, I have boundaries, and I'll tell you what they are. I can't grant you everything or anything. There are laws that even gods must abide by. And she looks to Revjack and says, "Remember your oath, or else we will be having a repeat encounter. And next time, I won't be so forgiving to your kind."
Okay. Just make sure you hold your arm too.
And I'll give you guys 5 minutes to kind of figure out what you want to do while I take a quick bathroom break.
Push it up. Pinch that loaf.
Yeah, I don't know what to wish for.
How about more intelligence?
Yeah, I was thinking about that because Remus played with a deck of cards, like the deck thingy, and that's what made him lose 2 points in intelligence. So I was thinking about asking if she can make that basically undone. So that is really selfish. So I was thinking about what would Remus want.
Just
So
for your
and
character.
Why would Remus? I mean, Remus isn't always altruistic, is he? Everything doesn't have to benefit everybody else.
no, but he doesn't really like. He's more about others than about himself in general. So that's why it's so easy to make fun of him because he doesn't really take it super personal at one point.
Except when it's Remus Day.
Yeah, except when it's Remus Day, then it's awesome. No, I was more thinking about like really using a wish for like a really big thing, like saying, like all the shit that happened with Bellinor or Shrubbob or whatnot. Like, could that go as far, or is that not?
You could have the wish spell be used as a resurrection or reincarnation spell, yes.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
not
I'm just
limited
thinking
wish.
about.
It's not the same strength as wish.
Do what now?
This metagaming, these are limited wishes. They're not the same strength as regular wishes. It's a very small difference, but it's a difference.
Okay, so it wouldn't be able to be used as a different spell?
Oh, it can be. It basically has the same limitations as wish, except limited wish is a little weaker, and it can't be used to summon powerful items or materials.
Is it possible to increase attribute bonuses with the limited wish?
No.
Okay, so it wouldn't be able to increase his intelligence like Sandra was thinking.
She can grant the wish to tell you where one is.
Oh no, that's different. I wasn't thinking about raising my attribute. I was thinking about making it undone that my attributes were taken away in the first place. I think that's different.
So go back in time and stop yourself from pulling that card.
Yeah, basically.
No.
Even a wish can only turn back time one turn.
Yeah, a limited wish can't do that, and even if it could rewind time, it's the reason for your loss of intelligence is because of a deck of many things, which is a reality-altering item. So she can't undo it on a whim.
Glass of reality altering power.
So anyone else? Or... We're not leaving until we get these wishes sorted out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
So
So what's it? Is it called like Lesser Wish or something? Or?
Lesser
It's not
Lich.
5e. It's not 5e. It's a 3.5 spell.
Okay, so what? All right, so as far as like, say I wanted a bow, could I get like a +2 bow, or is that too much? Like +1 bow?
She
Or
can
is
get you
it-
the materials for it, but she can't make it.
Oh, materials. Can she get me? All right, how about some? Can she give me a chunk of star metal?
She kind of looks up in the air, and all of them roll their eyes, and she says, "I can."
All right. Do I have to give you an amount that I need, or you just give me? Give me the most star metal that you can provide me with.
Okay, so Machiavelli is moving out of the impact area because I imagine there'll be a meteor or meteorite or a very, very large mountain about to crash into Revjack. So, yeah, there's that.
She
stay
says,
close to me. Remember Lehman's time?
she says,
Oh, yeah, there's that too.
depending on how you would like to receive it,
Okay, so I would like you to make the most amount of star metal that you can for me appear 5 feet in front of me on a wagon. And if you can't do it on a wagon, just on the floor, so that way I can take it with me.
She's gonna look over to the left side, and she says, looking into the swamp, and she says, "I'm not gonna make it easy."
Okay.
She lets out another roar, and again, you guys feel these reality impacting waves just kind of move around her, and you can see even like the trees are stressed out. It doesn't seem that she's drawing power from herself. She seems to be pulling it from the environment. And you can see that the trees are starting to crack around her, and the ground is starting to become like tainted almost. And after the waves kind of suppress, you see this huge streak of fire come down, and just it going through the air causes the air to heat up, and it starts becoming very humid and hot. And then it lands in the swamp, and just by looking at it, it looks like it could be 100 pounds, and it just collides into the swamp, and you can see just mud and water splashing through the air, and you just see this waft of heat come off as the water turns to steam in the air. And you can see that the swamp is also somewhat ignited and cleared out.
Okay. I guess I'll walk to it and.
From your current distance, you think it might take a day to get to it.
Son of a bitch. I'm like, really? I asked you like right in front of me, couldn't do that?
She says,
You don't like me very much, too.
You did kill my court.
You wanted me to.
Save them.
She says, I know.
All right. I guess I'll get on my horse and I'll start moving that way.
Okay, and she says, unless you wanted me to drop a meteor on your head.
Well, maybe about 100 feet away. I mean, maybe right around where you are. I don't know.
Right. Okay, you start. All right, anyone else?
Sorry. Can I wish for another attunement slot? Is that a thing?
Yes.
I didn't think that was gonna be possible, but yeah, that's pretty dope. I'll take it. I would like to be attuned to like one more thing, please.
Okay. She opens. She lets out another roar, except it's pretty much directed at you. Anyone who has Arcana, make me a roll.
Oh no.
I can.
27.
You never had a whisper before? Best thing to happen.
Did you say 20?
I said 27.
27. Okay. You're noticing that this blanket of energy coming over her. It's again kind of purplish, a little bit. It kind of looks like there's like the night sky, and it kind of overflows into Remus. And you notice that of all of it, there's this like slight, almost intangible strand kind of just attaches to him. And then it goes invisible as the kind of space just goes back to being clear day. And you have one, and Remus, you have one more attunement slot that you
There's
can
a but.
use. Oh,
There's a bud.
there's
God
a big
damn it.
but.
Oh,
You are susceptible to magic.
what does that mean?
Anytime that you have to make a save against magic, you're at disadvantage. Because magic runs through you more easily.
Oh, good lord.
I wish I had been presented with the terms and conditions of the spell.
She says,
And trust me, I would have read them.
One.
Prices and participation may vary.
That wasn't part of the deal.
Oh. That's Krisk.
I'll say that the upside to it would be that spells are harder to resist, but spells targeting you for chaos magic don't work.
I
So
don't
if-
understand that.
So if somebody, say, is casting Shield of Faith on you, because you're directly connected to the weave now, you don't, chaos magic can't touch you in the same way that other things do.
Okay.
So in other words, you're immune to chaos magic. You can cast your spells without it interfering with you, right?
She can cast stuff on herself, yeah.
Right.
So, but it still affects you if you're casting on anything else because it's leaving you and going into the open space.
Mm-hmm.
But any spells that are outside of your area and then heading into you they're fine.
Like cure wounds. That's
Yeah.
he knows cure
So if
wounds.
somebody walks over to you and casts Cure Wounds on you, it doesn't affect you. Like chaos magic doesn't affect you.
Okay, but I still get the benefits of the spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Remus does not glow.
All right. Roak would like to go next.
Okay.
And he's going to look at her and say, because of that, my friend is condemned to the deepest depths of hell. I would like him to be able to go into the afterlife without being confined to the pits of hell.
Who is that?
Brain just isn't working very well today. Chris.
Who are you? Krisk. The person you call Krisk does not exist. She's just kind of looking at everyone. He is not.
Yeah,
made
wasn't
for the afterlife.
Krisk's soul destroyed?
Yeah, he got his soul devoured.
It's like he never even
Red.
existed.
I thought he was being tormented. Maybe I missed that part.
Oh yeah, he's being tormented inside a devil's body, or well, the devil had a body, but it too got truly destroyed. So his soul effectively doesn't exist, and even if it did exist, it wouldn't be
Got it.
viable for resurrection.
Well, I wasn't even saying resurrection, just allowing him not to be stuck in the hells. All right, I will think of something else, I guess.
Yeah, I already went through that with Ralph.
With who?
Ralph.
Ah, Ralph. Okay, yeah.
I tried.
So the only people who haven't wished yet is Jaskier, Throak, and Machiavelli. Choosing your words more carefully now.
Because you're a bitch. No. Rev Jack
Okay.
Morton.
Goddess of monsters.
There should have been a disclaimer on you.
What will the mortals wish for next? The game is worth 3 XP.
Do what?
The game is worth 3 XP.
Sweet, I got my wish.
So just say more.
Oh.
More.
No, see, this is what you have to understand. I grew up on 2nd edition D&D, where DMs used the wish spell to fuck you raw dog as best they could. Straight up, no lies. So if you wished for something and you weren't as legalistic as required, they would find the loophole and you were done. That's one of the reasons why I'm very hesitant to touch a wish.
I was nice enough not to drop the meteor on you guys.
Well, why do you think I said straight up, I'm moving away from RevJack? Because I knew what you were thinking. I knew what you were thinking. It's like, oh shit, run!
But could your character be as legalistic?
William.
Legalistic when it comes to a wish or a limited wish is a really, really good idea. Because in 2nd edition D&D rules, there were no limits to what you could do. You could wish for the most powerful weapon to rule the world, and poof, your entire party was in the middle of this huge dungeon that outclassed them by 40 levels, and y'all got destroyed. Total party wipe right then and there. That's the way DMs of old school used to do it. They would rip you a new one if you left a loophole.
Yeah, you
Or
guys
the
are-
old,
you got 3
I
XP.
wish to have this weapon, and it was taken from a dark paladin, a level 20 dark paladin with a level 19 minion, and you're level
Level
4. And
20,
you're like, yeah, I got this awesome
like-
weapon.
Gods and immortals come to get the sword that you stole from them.
My favorite
that's-
is
that's
where
a
I
thing.
just skip the hassle, and it's like, yeah, you can have that sword, and then I just teleport the paladin with it.
Now you have to do is actually take the sword.
Yes, go and take it.
Or I wish for all the money that I can possibly have. Poof, there's a red dragon and its entire horde right
I
there.
actually did that to
Ancient red
somebody.
dragon.
I actually did that to somebody, but I made the gold land on top of him, and he just suffocated to death because he couldn't get it.
See, it's built into DMs to be looking for these loopholes just to screw with people.
You know,
I didn't know that had a downside. What the fuck?
The thing is, I think I know what Yaska will wish, but now I'm scared.
Come on, Jaskier.
Smith's gonna take the Machiavelli to the side because he knows he don't want to risk something, and he asks about can he risk so when I run fast I get like a sparkly.
No, you cannot turn into a new one of what are they called?
Loki.
Breaking Dawn vampires or whatever the hell they are.
No.
No Twilight Sparkling for you there, buddy.
No, I mean running like the Flash.
Running like
The Flash.
Oh, you want
The
super
Flash.
oh, the Flash. You want visual effects.
Yeah.
That's I think that's
I would buy you a wish if you do 2,000 gold.
You're gonna be running one of these days. And somebody's
Oh lordy.
in front of you.
Somebody's gonna trip you or something, and you're gonna have like road rash from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. Mac's gonna actually. I think I've got a pretty good one. That's whatever. Is it possible for you to undo? He's looking at the monster goddess. Is it possible for you to undo all the damage that your manticores have done during the course of this? All the buildings that have been destroyed, all the crops that have been raised. Can you set that right? Can you
God damn it,
undo the
that's a good
damage?
wish.
No. Too much time has passed.
Okay. Can you?
I know someone who can do that, but you won't like him.
It's probably not a good idea for me to meet him then. Okay,
Some of
so
you have already met him. And he helped you guys when Illumina was after the Arc Devil incident.
Reberos.
No. I mean, Reberos killed the Arc Devil, but he didn't really help the issue, which was all the destroyed land and stuff.
oh well, see, I've still Jebediah still got the book that eventually one of these days he'll use to go looking for all the stuff that's supposed to help defend Illumina. Okay. Would it be possible to be compensated for in terms of money?
Compensated how?
Platinum pieces. I don't know what the limitation is.
She says, so you asked me to put, you want me to put a price on the lives of all the people I've hurt.
No.
Hmm.
I just want you to, and he'll use air quotes here because I love air quotes. I don't really love air quotes. I hate air quotes, but can you donate? Can you donate platinum? As much platinum as is possible. It's like I don't give a shit. On the ground here's fine. In coin form, stacks of money, just right here, be fine. On a wagon, on a cart, it doesn't matter to me. Just as much platinum as you feel comfortable donating. Donating again with the air quotes, in order to help set these people's lives straight, or help them get back on their feet. Because some of them have lost homes, and some of them have lost their crops, and they're not going to be able to make their bills, etc., etc. Let's see. A wish is 25,000 gold pieces. So a limited wish, whatever the maximum of the limited wish would be, he's looking for money so that he can hand it out to the people around Illumina who have been financially devastated by all this. He's not actually looking to gain any money from it.
Okay. She says, all right.
I think my guinea pigs know you're up to something because they just flipped the hell out.
She she looks to the ground and she just pretty much shouts at it. And you see the ripples of reality go into the ground. And you notice that the ground bulges up about 10 feet.
Splooge!
She says, it's there somewhere.
Okay. So I need to, what, get a shovel?
She says, you're probably going to need a lot of shovels.
Okay.
Think like you never dug before.
She's put it 500 feet in the ground.
Okay.
It's,
I mean, that's fine with Mac. Mac will just be like, hey, you know, that's cool. He'll hire some people to dig it up.
okay. There's 5,000 gold.
5,000 gold?
Worth
Okay.
of platinum.
Do what?
So-
I'm sorry, what?
5,000 gold's worth in platinum.
Okay.
So I think that's 500.
Yeah, that works for him. He'll go to, I don't know, would it be, where would people go for charity because they've lost their homes and all that?
Church.
No.
Okay.
way.
Temple.
Yeah, church.
All right. So,
Jeeps.
oh, I know.
UAG.
No. Go ahead and I'll type it out to you, and then so everybody else can do their thing.
Okay. So there's only 2 people left, Throak and Jaskier.
Well, Yes is going to step out and say, could you increase my already vast natural talent to be the better merchant that anyone that has ever lived, without that causing any harm or other notable drawback to my person?
Nice try, dude. Nice try. I should have probably added that. God.
Repeat that one more time for me.
He's looking for it. Wait. What the words looking for? Can you increase? Wait, I'm trying to actually repeat exactly what I said. Can you actually increase my wide array of talents to be better than any other merchant that has ever lived, without that causing any harm or any other what did I say?
To your person.
Yeah, notable drawbacks to my person.
Oh shit.
I think is what I said.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Oh shit.
You
All
are
right.
so fucked.
She roars at you, and
Oh shit.
here's your wish.
This is going to be.
There is so much I could do with this, but I'm going to stick with my original thought. Okay. You have been bestowed with a curse.
Amazing.
Anyone that you talk to or attempt to use a persuasion skill on, they have to beat your check with an insight. If they fail, then they are turned mad. They will give you everything that you ask for, making you the ultimate merchant. However, this madness typically turns them to kill themselves afterwards.
Oh wow, you're so fucked.
It is a level 7 curse. So it takes an equally powerful remove curse to remove it. Upside is you have expertise in all your persuasion skills. That's persuasion, intimidate, deception, and performance.
Ooh, well, he already had persuasion, but not the others. Dang.
So
Is that until the curse disappears?
What?
The expertise that disappear when the curse disappears?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Thank you.
okay, so I want to make sure that I got this right.
Yes.
Javier's character now has proficiency and expertise in all the charisma skills.
Yep.
But if he tries to persuade, deceive, intimidate, does that include performance?
Yes.
Oh crap. So if he tries to use any of the charisma based skills on anyone, they have to do an insight check, and if they fail, they
Yep.
go insane and off themselves after giving everything to him?
Yep.
Holy shit.
That is
I mean, never to
horrible.
go questing with you again. Hey, that's a really nice watch. Here you go.
Well,
It's
I'm
not
gonna
an
go kill
immediate
myself.
thing. It's not an immediate thing. It's not like they'll take out their knife and they'll stab themselves in the face. It's more like they'll go home, realize what they've done, and then they'll kill themselves afterwards.
I have an important question.
Yes.
How much of all of this does Jaskier actually know? The extent of what just happened?
She just told you that the wish was granted.
Oh.
She will confirm
great.
that you will be the most charming merchant that anyone has ever spoken to.
Yes.
Oh, and I don't know about the chaos thing about me either, right?
No. It's just
Oh.
more of a feeling that you get. You feel more connected to the universe.
Hmm.
But you always feel like that you're also kind of drifting.
That seems fair. That's pretty much on point.
And we have one last wish.
All right. Thrax is going to look at her. You're the goddess of monstrosities, right?
Yes, that's one of the various names I go by.
Throak would like. I would like. From the depredations of monstrosities.
I didn't hear any of that. I was disconnecting. Sorry.
Sorry. The orphanage. Throak would like it to be a sanctuary from monstrosities. Simply forbid them from going on the grounds of the orphanage.
Which one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
She starts looking
All of them.
around. All of them. She said, I can't do that.
Okay. Then the one that Felicia and Oral run.
Okay, she's looking into Lumina. And she says, very well. And she lets out a roar in that direction. And the entire premises is affected by the spell Hallowed Ground, except it's only affected by It's only affected. It only affects monstrosities. So if any creature considered a monstrosity cannot go into that area. All the and whatever other effects that Hollow's ground possesses, which I think means that they can't attack stuff inside of it.
Dang. Took me a lot
Works for me.
legal
Okay.
work to know that Chief does that.
What is your current alignment, Throwak?
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey,
Throwak?
what if
Brenda?
Jesky had just tried to persuade her into doing something for him just now?
Well, that would be a good idea if she wasn't immune to being charmed.
Oh, so that counts as charm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Charm compulsion.
Need to be the best Kinslayer ever in the universe. Just
Hey,
go and
Throwak,
deal.
what's your alignment, dude?
Chaotic good.
Okay. Go back up to being neutral good.
Okay. I was so that was literally that wasn't me trying to change, trying to think of what Chris would want to be done. That wasn't.
Okay. That doesn't
He-
change the decision.
Okay, he's just as happy chaotic as he is neutral, as long as he doesn't have to be lawful.
Okay. yeah.
Yay!
And also, you're not at risk of immediately going evil, so you're back up to being the higher echelons of good again, rather than being questionably good.
Questionably good.
Oh yeah, some
No, no.
people here are threatening to be neutral instead of good.
Who?
Revjack, for one.
What? The hell did I do? Why? Because I wanted to kill her instead of talk to her? Nope. Exactly. No.
I can't even remember.
It was a troll thing. Wasn't it?
No. Oh yeah, it was the troll thing where you guys unleashed a major menace into the city, and then you guys sat there and waited for the other guy to show up. It took
Yeah.
I spent a long time figuring out what I was gonna do with that.
By the way, I had to dismiss my owl because he was threatening.
It had to be because of what? Threatened?
I had to dismiss my owl because
Oh,
he picked up some rotting meat and was flying towards me, so I had to dismiss his happy little butt. Or unhappy little butt.
but after granting all of you your wishes, she says, "I hope you enjoy them all."
I'm sure the people who have been dispossessed or whatnot will enjoy being able to survive through the winter. Thank you.
Oh, and your alignment shifts closer to good. Well, you're chaotic neutral, but it shifts closer to good. So you're not at threat of becoming chaotic evil.
As long as I'm not at threat of becoming chaotic good either, I don't care.
No.
What's so bad about that? Remus is chaotic good.
You can be chaotic good all you want, but that's not Machiavelli.
Well, fair enough.
Join the light with Oral.
No,
Join
there
it.
must be balance.
No.
There must be balance in the force. So
Yeah.
y'all do your good things. Mac will do his balanced things. Chicks like her will do their evil things. It's all good.
Did you just call me a human?
No, I didn't call you a human.
Come to the light.
So the others don't know So the others don't see me as a dreamer then anymore?
Nope. The trial never happened because the issue was never raised. The noble never falsified the court the accusations. The accusations, though you do have accusations under your name, there wasn't enough to really raise it as a trial.
Okay.
They just kind of they summon, because of the shift. You just have new memories in place of your old ones, where they did summon you in front of a tribunal, but after you showed them all your the testimonies for your good deeds, they just kind of gave you a slap on the wrist and they told you to go away. Like they don't do it again. But they sent you away. There's no geese. There was never a geese that happened. There was nothing like that.
And just to clarify, Oral's been given the location of where that mound of platinum pieces is underground, and it's Max just tell him, dig it up, give it to the people that are, however you need to get it, whatever, do your thing, but the money's donated to the church in order to help the people that have been screwed over by this whole Chimera encounter thing. And so there's like 5,000 gold pieces donated to Oral's church / orphanage / humanitarian mission thing.
Okay. So it will only take 6 hours to dig it up.
Cool.
But once it's dug up, I think it's 500 platinum, which
Yeah.
is the equivalent of 5,000 gold.
Yeah.
So there's this lockbox. It's looks pretty worn out, though it doesn't look like it's been worn out by time, more just a really shittily made box.
Is it key coded? Like, does Mac have to open, or can Oral open it?
She just said she put it in there, so
Okay,
he finds
cool.
it and he opens it up, and there's 500 platinum inside.
There you go.
That he will eagerly distribute around for the needy after, the mess that the Manticus caused.
All right, so Oral is already lawful good, so there's that.
No, Oral isn't lawful good.
You're not lawful good?
Oral is neutral good.
Okay, well, you're performing a lawful deed.
He cares more about good than law, even if he likes to respect it, if possible.
Okay. And of course, after you guys kind of depart with your wishes, the monsters have fled. The guards will tell you that, and of course, by the time you arrive back at the city, the supposed goddess of monstrosities has left as well. She flew away for a little while, and she opened up a portal and flew into it.
Yeah, I'm
And,
still on horseback riding to get my star medal.
Yeah, that's going to be a whole expedition. You get to the crash site, and you look into the hole, and it's filled with water. You stick your head in to look, and you look around for it. It's about 100-foot deep impact zone, and looking into it, there's about 80 pounds of star metal. Just this huge rock, just sitting underneath this water.
All right. I'll shit, let's see.
But I will leave that for downtime or just another DM to pick up and handle. And I'll just say that you guys gained 3 experience. The Manticores were buffed to have double their hit points, so they were challenge rating of 6 each. So it was a 24 encounter, and plus you talked to the goddess out of fighting you guys, and she was a powerful creature on her own.
Did I have a chance?
I think we would have lost a couple of people, maybe even half the party, but I think we probably would have prevailed in the end. At least in killing her, if we had all focused on her. But that's just speculation.
So, with that, and I think I said there was going to be an inspiration point.
I think so. Yeah.
So there's two. So there was two. That's 2 inspiration points for the game. So
Cool.
To
you
all
guys
of
get
us?
2 inspiration points because this was a heroic encounter, and if you had failed it, the city would have effectively been sieged, and many people would be forced into starving, or potentially even dying.
Cool.
That would have sucked.
And with the monsters moving in, orcs, bandits, and other creatures within a days away from Alumna have been forced out or into the city, and they have either been killed by the guards or forced away into the wilderness. So,
So
any
there's a
base
bit of
camp-
a buffer zone.
yeah. So these manticores were not having anything of what anyone in the area was doing.
Cool.
And with that, today's encounter is over. So I'd like to thank everyone for playing, and I hope you all had fun.
Indeed.
And yeah, with that, the game's over. So you guys have a good rest of the day. And
Word.
some of you have a good night.
Thanks, Alex.
Hosting it and everything.
Thanks, Alex.